And welcome back to more Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Last time we did all the pyramid levels and kind of got into some of the spacey stuff, but not all of it. And this time actually back on the menu because I wanted to show this. But show whenever you boot up the game again, you see this little prologue where the characters narrate. And by narrate, I mean get drowned out by the audio. Not gonna lie, I can't. Let me stop. Moment. I can barely hear what Knuckles is saying. I doubt you'll even be able to hear that he is talking, but he is narrating. I had to stop and like really listen. Like, oh wait, Knuckles is narrating. In Sonic Adventure, there's no narration, so I have a feeling I would enjoy that a lot more because I could narrate myself, which I think would be more hilarious. If I'm not mistaken, there's like a hidden power up by like breaking through those. But they're kind of a pain in the butt to get into because you just have to punch a meteor into this, if I'm not mistaken. And that's about as fun as it sounds. This is actually an easy one to demonstrate with, or not. Well, excuse me, game. And more rap. Got to point out, yep, more rap. Because Knuckles... Like, how spot on... Oh. Okay. Well, I think the item is like special sunglasses that show hidden items. That's hidden here. I think it's actually in one of the crates down there. I honestly don't know. And I honestly don't care. So... I'm just gonna keep moving. This is a very vertical hunting stage, which is why I don't like it. Not one bit. Not having it. Actually, come to think of it, has to have been a stage I've actually said something nice about this entire game. Probably not. Actually, though, I will be I will be honest. This is still way better than some of the stages. Like I feel like this stage has been to me. This stage is always a lot more manageable than a lot of Knuckles stages. Let's see. Sometimes I can find stuff there. If I'm not mistaken, I think the emerald can spawn in some of these. It's all very RNG, so I'm here. The radar isn't going off, so I'm just taking the initiative to check it myself. That's when you have to shoot a rocket, if I recall correctly. But you can't punch the black bar cages directly, so that's why. Oh, camera and by control stick. Game? Okay. False alarm. Well, not false alarm because it was actually legitimately glitching out. But must be down at the bottom. Wow, 2 minutes already. Bad emerald placement RNG. For the win. Here's another trick. Actually, I should have shut this off earlier. If you reset the game, you actually, even though you lose a life, it actually resets the emerald's positions, if I recall correctly. I'll have to double check because that might just be adventure, but in one of the games, if you like restart the level, the emerald placements change. Which, if you're just having no luck and still want to try for an A rank, that would be my recommendation. Write this up, or just not do anything with it. Step on that, and fix camera angle. Happy day. Let's see. Yeah, the problem with these levels is I just kind of run out of things to say because they're just tedious. I mean, like, look at this. We're not really doing anything here. Just kind of gliding around aimlessly with rocks. And the radar ain't responding one bit, so I'm going to cave and look on the monitor. It's on the drilling tower. Is this the drilling tower? I do not know. No, that's the drilling tower, duh. Problem is when they say drilling tower is there are kind of a lot of drilling towers. If I'm understanding the lingo properly. And also bad jaw distance doesn't exactly help. These are, wait a minute, no. I think it can be between those, but yeah. Okay, so we still got a tight rating. 2 stars and 1 moon. I know what that is. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, a lot of optional items I will not be collecting just because, well, they're optional. Why else would they be called optional items if they were not optional? Actually, the sun and moon could actually be below. Because this was what I was thinking, but that definitely doesn't seem to be the case. Floating square stone platform? Floating. Wait, floating. Nothing floating here. We're gonna have a boss battle right here, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. Oh yeah, the next 2 levels are like embarrassingly short by comparison to this level. That's something that kind of fascinates me, how this is like the one of the longer levels, and yet it's followed up by an incredibly short level. If you know what you're doing, it's incredibly short. Though to be honest, I seem to recall, as a kid, completely cheesing the next level. And I'm fairly sure it was one of those levels that I completely cheesed, and then years later I found out that was like a speedrunning strat, kind of. One of those. Let's see. How long is this timer been going? It's 7 minutes. Just this one level. Is it over here? It's probably on the bottom, actually. 2 star symbols and 1 moon symbol. A platform dig under the moon. Is it on the ground or in space or what? Because nothing was reacting up there. I also need to change the video listing so it doesn't get saved as fatal frame. Now that I think about it. Probably. Oh, wait, I did change it back. Okay. Crisis averted. Not that it would have been a crisis. It just would have made things hard to find. Yeah, I was playing fatal frame a little bit earlier today, so you now know when this video is being recorded. If you follow my channel for the last 5 months. Hooray, we're planning ahead. And also I'm trying to get out of studying for midterms. So, as much as I'm not enjoying playing Sonic Adventure, it's better than the alternative. I know school's important, but still, I'm really not feeling it right now. Really feeling it. Really not feeling it. Really not feeling this level for starters. That's why I was saying that this level is actually pretty easy. I'm getting like horrible RNG here, and also horrible like, just horrible everything here. It's probably on one of these. Cause see, there's sun, moon, star. So 2 stars and 1 moon. So it's probably gonna be like that. But the problem is there are like 5 of these platforms, so you just have to kind of run in circles. Like, I kind of wish the radar reacted more far away instead of like super close. Relatively speaking, the radar does react pretty closely. So when we're in the floating, that's floating. Okay. I'm sure some Sonic Adventure expert is like yelling at the screen right now, like, no, its emerald piece is here based on the clues. But really, it's been like 5 years, so yeah, cut me some slack here. 5 years is kind of a long time to remember every location of a Chaos Emerald. Just saying. Now, we can finally do the third relay game. Dig under the moon. Okay. So why is it showing over here? If it says dig under the moon, why is it showing it's over here? I can come bombarded by meteors. Yeah, because it's showing it like. What do you mean? Dig under the moon? I'm getting pummeled by space rocks. The radar is showing it closer to the stars than the moon, which is weird. Or, wait a minute. Nope. does say specifically dig under the moon. I dug under the moon, nothing happened. That is peculiar. Sure what to make of that. Also, one thing I really hate is that the GameCube has like the noisiest shoulder buttons of any console, I think ever. See, under the moon, nothing. Where the excavation point is, nothing. I'm just gonna dig everywhere. Dig here, dig here. Cause it feels like it should be right here, but it's like so pixel perfect that I'm getting screwed over by the pixel perfectness of this whole circumstance. And look, I'm literally advancing just a couple little, it's like a skosh every time. Finding a lot of rings, at least. Kinda not fun to watch at all. Seriously, where the heck is this thing? It says dig under the moon, I dig under the moon, nothing happens. Yeah, I checked underneath the platform, that's why I was gliding earlier. Also, one thing is that this whole exclamation point thing really doesn't tell me anything because of how, like, broad of an area that the exclamation point appears in. Probably feels like just scrapping this video even because of how impossibly long this is taking. It's a dig under the moon. I dug under the star. Thanks, game. Thanks a lot, game. Yeah, this isn't exactly a common opinion, but I actually do hold the Knuckles levels actually lower than the Tails levels. Like, I don't like, the Tails levels are just tedious. Like, these levels are legitimately like frustrating most of the time because of just weird hit detections, stuff like that, and just the nebulousness of the clues. Ironically, also, the hard mode are actually easier for these types of levels because they're actually in fixed locations. Plus, you can actually just look up like a speedrun guide and actually get an S rank or A rank really quickly. So only like few of the Knuckles levels are actually bad. I think the jump one is up here. And I totally missed the platform. Could probably hear me mashing A actually at that very moment because the glide wasn't working. On the whole, I think Rouge does have the better stages for hunting, except for the Vault one, which we'll be getting to eventually. No rush to get to that because that level's garbage. But that's basically where I got walled for like a good few months at the least. I mean at the most. So you want to hit the spinning one. This is one I actually do remember. You want to hit this. What? Really? So I do remember specifically having to hit the spinning one, but it ain't in the spinning one. So I'm this spinning one. Okay. Probably gonna get an E rank on that because of the lack of a time bonus. Yep. E. I'm not surprised one bit. Not surprised. That level is one where you can go really fast or really impossibly tediously slow, depending on complete luck. This is a boss battle with Rouge. Apparently this is a way to completely break this boss fight. I don't know it because SGDQ or AGDQ whatever was kind of a long time ago. And Knuckles' fist was phasing to his face. Just saying. So what you want to do is, this is actually on a timer, the first phase of this fight. So you want to do like the drill claw as fast as you can, like this, because that. If once that happens and you're having to fight her while like floating, the boss just gets really obnoxiously hard. Not hard, just tedious. I definitely recommend trying to finish that fight first. Another problem I have with this game is actually reused cutscenes. Something that actually bugged me about Sonic Adventure when I first played it was actually that character has different cutscenes, even though it's the same scene. So, for example, from Tails' storyline, the dialogue is slightly different than in Sonic's storyline. That actually really annoyed me as a kid. Now I kind of like that because it doesn't feel like you're watching the same cutscene twice. So I'm just saying now, full disclosure, when I get to these repeat cutscenes in the Dark storyline, I'll probably be skipping them. And a lot of people really hate this cutscene. People like the music, of course, but other than that. Actually, it also brings up the point that all the music for the main characters are all remixed. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles themes are all based on the themes from Sonic Adventure, just massively remixed. Like, this cutscene has way too much banter for what's actually going on. I don't know what the intentions of anyone involved with the making of this cutscene had. Inside the Space Colony, stuff's about to go down. We have 41 minutes to go. It's not going to take that long. The next two missions are like 2 minutes each, if you know what you're doing. And like maybe 3 minutes at most, so 6 plus boss battles and cutscenes. Yeah, this will be over in under half an hour, easy. And also we'll get into what I talked about earlier about hating the bounce bracelet. So press B to push the levels, or whatever the action button is for the respective version that you're playing. If you do like a really well-timed spin dash and bounce, you can actually skip shifting gravity in a few parts, which completely breaks this level. Like you can literally just fly through the entire level if you're really good. I'm not that good. I'd have to practice a lot to get the speedrun strats down. And I don't have time, and I have better things to do than play Sonic Adventure 2 speedrun. This part's stupid, just saying, because it's like, well, some of the stuff, actually no, this isn't the stupid part, never mind. Stupid part is actually here. They put that down arrow, and that's kind of a trolley thing, because you actually need to come this way. If you're a speedrunner, I think you actually just skip that switch, because the gravity's already all screwed up anyway. Do not hit the switch. I don't know what that door does. If you got the light speed attack in Green Forest, or whatever that level was called, that is the place to use it. Basically, to use it, you hold down B to charge up, and then release the left to attack. And it basically just decimates all the enemies, and you get like a really mad combo. This is the part I hate about the bounce bracelet, because the light dash and the bounce bracelet are both the action button. So on the hard mode version, more often than not, while you're trying to get an A rank, you'll just plummet to your death. Instead of doing the light dash, you'll just use the bounce attack, because in the hard mode version, that rail isn't actually there. So that's why I hate this level. So Tails can break mailboxes, Knuckles can break mailboxes, so who's left? Sonic? He can't do nothing about mailboxes right now. So let's change that. Flame Ring. Fire Somersault. What we want to do is now put this gravity up here and just roll through here. You can also break the crates on the ground, but slower. You can actually make that jump there that I was trying to go for without having to hit the spring. It's just tight. Like this jump, like this part here, that's not a problem. But whenever you have to light dash in midair, it tends to be really glitchy. Also, the bounce bracelet can also work in conjunction with the flame ring, so you can actually break mailboxes with the bounce attack now. That type of artificial chaos you have to hit on the head to destroy. Goldie is over there, and he phased out of existence because he's a jerk. Yeah, hovering attack tends to hold on to whatever you don't want to actually attack. That's kind of the rule of this game. Okay, that happened. That happened indeed. So what you want to do is basically kill that guy. If you fall. Bounce attack. Actually no, this stage is longer than I remember it being. Like, seriously. Also, these guys you can just stop bouncing, sorry. You can just do that to kill them. That works too. And this is the cheesy part of the level. You can basically, if you are a god at this game, you can skip this entire sequence and just, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually just jump over here. And heck yes, it still works. Stop it, chaos. Try to push a button here. And we're at the goal. So normally, you have to go all the way around from all the blocks. Oh wait, I forgot. That's right. It's actually designed so you can't cheese it. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how the speedrun actually works. Oh, the speedrun works because you just fly so fast into it, I think, that you just basically break it. Just break the game. And you just fly so fast that you just clip through the hit detection or something like that of the block. I could have hit the spring, but the gravity would have been messed up. But yeah, I forgot that the cheesy method that I used to use as a kid actually didn't work. Probably should try to remember that later. Because you have to hit a switch first. Afterwards you can chase it, if I'm not mistaken. But you have to hit a switch first. And that switch should be coming up, actually. And the stage is actually way longer than that. Maybe it was the next level that was really short. Or YouTube. We're gonna get an E rank anyway, so I'm not worried about the score. Because I died. Basically, if you die in a level, you're gonna get an E rank by default because your score goes back to 0 every time you die. It's not like Mario. So that sucks. Now basically, I'm pretty sure the speedrun involves flying so fast horizontally, and yeah, you just clip through the actual goal. Like you clip through the force field because you're going that fast. You gotta go fast. But yeah, it was a different game entirely that I was thinking of the speedrun strat. It was Super Mario Sunshine actually, which I actually pointed out at the time as well. But yeah, I used to do the speedrun strat for anyway, Ferris wheel, even though I didn't even know that was a speedrun strat. Obviously when I was like 5, I didn't know that was a speedrun strat. Blah. Hard to say speedrun strat really fast. Actually, this is gonna be kind of long. So we'll do this cutscene and then end it off. Also, this brings up my previous point. He has a gun on his raw walker thing. Why does he need another gun? He's overcompensating with all the guns he has. Like, he has 3 guns on that, counting the one he's holding. This is blurt out my plan out loud. That's never gone badly before. Now, I'm not entirely sure how they discovered that this is a fake emerald. Also, like, Dr. Eggman seems to be pushing a button off screen. Okay, here's another thing. Like, did you just like push a button with like the tip of the gun? Oh, that was it. Eggman was just bluffing, and then Tails was an idiot. Okay, I remember now. Also, the BAM on the end of this sentence always struck me funny because, like, BAM, like, whatever. Because this is gonna be a long video, but I do want to just finish up the hero side story. So what the heck? Long video it is. Also, when you're playing through it as the dark side, this cutscene does not play. Obviously, this part, it just ends with the fight between Dr. Eggman and Tails, but it basically cuts to this part, if I'm not mistaken. Because obviously, when you're the dark side, Eggman wouldn't know what happens to Sonic.
Now we have some unfinished business to take care of. With the real emerald, I will release you both. You have my promise.
Also, Eggman's gun is like a perfect octagon. Which actually brings us to the point of, mathematically speaking, a circle is just basically an infinitely basically a like shape with infinite number of straight sides. So, and it's cool seeing the evolution of that game is how typically like games like Uncharted, if I'm not mistaken, the also you got some sweet body armor for his thingamajig. So I'm just going all in. This is actually bad. This is actually really bad. This fight tends to be really problematic for me. The ultimate version where you're fighting Eggman, fighting Tails with Eggman, tends to also go really badly for me. Basically, one good strat is to basically blow up the power core when you next to him. Oh yeah, I didn't get like an armor upgrade. I can't remember if Tails actually has an armor upgrade, or that was just Eggman. Because I remember like it being the holy grail for me as a kid, trying to constantly find the armor upgrade for Tails, but I don't think there is one. I think only Eggman has one, which generally makes Eggman's stages a lot easier. Heard the point that these boss hints are also super condescending. Like, super like, no kidding kind of hints and tips. Also, another thing is I did miss the upgraded lock-on. Not 100% sure what that even would be. Okay, so that worked. But the problem is when you do the punching attack, you're kind of locked in place. So he has a good chance to hit you. Also, these moves that he's using are actually multiplayer moves. So if you're interested in the multiplayer aspect of this game, now you know a few of Eggman's special moves. It only took 3 tries. It wasn't 4 tries. I think it was 4. It wasn't too horrible. For me, that's not bad, because I usually have tons of problems. Oh yeah, that little coal on the front of Tails' ship, that's actually for a Chaos Emerald, but it's not actually used for that until Sonic. Oh wait, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Energy.
Could be the wormhole appearing right in front of you. Just an observation. Everyone always seems so nonchalant in this game, like, oh well that just happened.
Chaos control? Are you okay?
So it really is starting to really bother me how Sonic's like face keeps shifting, so sometimes his eyes are just like one giant eye. See, like the tip of his his nose bridge, I guess you could say, keeps shifting up and down. So sometimes it looks like he has like a joined eye. It's something that's worse in Sonic Adventure 1 actually. There's a little better in this game, but still, like, why did they have designed it that way? Amy Rose has some problems. This level, you can kind of cheese it a couple parts. I'm gonna try to cheese it because it's really funny if you can pull it off. I have to get to the part where I can cheese it first. And also, if you do die, it doesn't take that long to get back to it. Basically, here, coming up. No wait, it is a little further down. What's the Shadow stage? That's the cheesy one. Oh wait, it is Sonic's. Okay, so basically around. Oh, I'm trying to remember where to jump, but you have to jump off the rail at some point, and then you actually fall all the way down. I think I was just I chickened out basically. But yeah, I've seen it done before, and I seem to recall doing kind of a similar thing myself, where basically you fall so far down that you basically end up at a lower part of the level. I can actually see a lower part of the level right now that I could have jumped to right there. There are a couple of spots where you can trick it out that way, but I just forgot the exact spot because it is actually pretty precise. Because if you jump to, based on where the death plane is, a death plane is basically where you die. Like the point that to which you fall where you can still die. Not entirely sure where the death plane is. So I'd have to, again, I would have to look that up, but it is possible. I seem to recall doing similar tricks myself, so yeah, I've seen it in speedruns too. That's where I really know. That's why it's legit, because it's always fun when you can skip half a level. Yeah, if you can do the speedrun strat, it's a pretty short level actually, because you skip most of it. Like, this should only take about another minute or so if I recall correctly, maybe another 2 minutes. This is a lot shorter than Crazy Gadget, if I recall correctly, because it's actually more straightforward. More grind rails. Shadow's equivalent level is actually way worse than this. It's like, it has tons to do with gravity. Basically, you have to manipulate gravity, and it's just the most broken mechanic in the game. Quite frankly, it's just absolutely broken. You can get like stuck on objects. You can't. Sometimes you get like locked in certain animations. It's just routinely broken. It looks like my estimate is wrong yet again, that this level is going to be close to 4 minutes, but oh well. Long finale. For the heroes at least. Oh crap. Crud. Yeah, that was totally what I meant to say. There's a shortcut over there, but I missed it. To the right, basically that rail. You can also just do this, if you don't gain enough momentum. Yeah, the end is just up ahead, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, the Mystic Light. I think it's over here. I don't even know if that was the name of the item or not. But there's like the super special item that you get, a little detour to try to find it. I think it's... I can't remember if this is actually like a shortcut or... Whoa, camera. Oh, there we go, Mystic Melody. So basically, what you want to do is, at least on the GameCube version, press Y until it says Mystic Melody, and you can play it, and then you get a thing. But we have the light shield, which is horrible, because if you have the lightning shield, you can't do the light dash. Yeah, so like in some parts where you have to light dash, and if you have the light shield, you just basically have to, you're basically just screwed. You have to die and actually come back. So it makes at A ranking kind of a pain. Each character has a Mystic Melody, and again, most of the time they're used for the Chow missions. I don't remember where everyone's Mystic Melodies are. That's something I have to look up. I think Tails is... No, wait a minute. I think the upgrade cannon for Tails might actually be in the pyramid one. Come on, game. Oh, but that's right, Tails is on Prison Island, I think. It's like you have to jump up to a higher part of the level and glide, or hover, and then you get to it. It's kind of complicated. Again, I haven't done like a completely fresh playthrough in forever. Because whenever I replay it, I just, you know, basically continue from where I left off. So, my memory of this game is still super foggy. Also, it's just me that A-Rank's a lot more stingy in this part of the game, all of a sudden. And hero mode is considered kind of easier mode, and a lot of the stages are kind of, have like counterparts, but typically, the game is a lot harder. It's supposed to be, but I don't think that's actually the case. I think actually they're about equal. Another problem I have is that Shadow just kind of disappears through the hero storyline partway through. Also, this part where I think you said you actually saved me, I'm fairly certain this is only in the hero version. This looks like eyebrow raise if he had eyebrows. Like, What are you anyway? I'm a hedgehog. Sonic calls himself a guy, but it's like, is guy a term that can apply to hedgehogs as well as Homo sapiens? Well, actually no. Also, none of the dark characters have upgrades. By the time you get to the end, of course, all the dark characters have all their upgrades, so the cutscenes actually look a little different. The sort of progressive upgrade system for the hero characters is actually very cool. This battle is recreated in Sonic Generations also. It's a pretty cool fight. You just homing attack and cross your fingers. That's not kind of why I don't like this fight, because it's just basically homing attack, cross your fingers. You can also just mash A, which is actually a funny little secret, that you can just kind of mash A, and then eventually hit. Because see, he's invincible during his jump, but at some point you can basically negate that. And also if he chaos controls directly into a line of rings, that's also really good for you. Because you can actually light dash and turn him that way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Also, yeah, but you can see how easy it is to cheese this fight.
I am the ultimate light. Game over, Shadow.
You're not supposed to be able to do that, though. You're supposed to, like, wait for him to use, I think, Chaos Spear, and while he's attacking, you can get a window to attack. So that's what I think that's what you're supposed to do, but I don't ever do it that way.
Sonic, I did it.
And also, this cutscene makes no sense if you actually do play the Dark storyline, because Eggman defeats Tails. But canonically, Tails defeats Eggman.
Awesome job, Tails.
Sonic!
Pre-rendered cutscene for the win. As long as no human characters appear, the cutscenes actually do look really, really good in this game. It's all the human characters that look really cheap looking. Sonic's upgrades disappear because this is again pre-rendered, it's not in-game. A little oversight by the developers. But that is all for the hero storyline. That went way fast, but actually it was about in line with my expectations. I mean, because traditionally it takes me about 1 to 2 hours to finish the hero storyline. I got bad luck during every Knuckles stage except the Wild Canyon. I died a few times during certain bosses. So yeah, all things considered, that actually wasn't too horrible. Now, my least favorite thing about this game is that this cutscene will play, the credits I mean, will play every stinking time you finish the game. It's one of those decisions that just baffles me about this game, having to sit through the credits 3 times and go over the course of the game. Also, could you hear me mashing the button in the background? I was reproving you cannot actually skip the cutscenes. You can skip, oh wait, that's not what I meant. You can skip cutscenes, but you can't skip the credits. Which is garbage, because the credits are kind of long. Pretty much everyone involved was also involved with Sonic Adventure, so if you're familiar with the dev team of that game, there are not going to be any surprises for you here. A few of the cast were actually different though. Like Knuckles, I think, has a different voice in this game. And so I think Rouge the Bat, interestingly, was one of the casting directors, voice directors of the first game. There's also done a lot of voice work in like Nancy Drew games, and I think also voices the main character, one of the characters, Professor Layton, as well. Apparently there's a better voice actress and voice director though, I will say that much. And yeah, eventually they recast all the Sonic characters, which caused a lot of angst back in the day. I still remember it. I've gotten over it because, looking back, this voice cast is absolutely atrocious. So, oh, the credits are short in there, remember? Not complaining, because, you know, few less credits the better, really. Oh yeah, this was also for the 10th anniversary of the franchise, so it's appropriate that this is going up, because, hey, 25th anniversary. And you get an emerald for finishing the main story as well. Now you can see how the emblem isn't actually a circle, but it's just basically a bunch of straight lines. Yeah, there's like a boss rush mode, that's the thing. It's also 2-player, you unlock bonus ones based on the final areas of the game. Like Final Rush, I think, is the multiplayer area.
From a military base located on an island to the south. The military's top secret weapon, Shadow, sealed in the space colony Ark, the 7 Chaos Emerald. When all of the keys have been collected, world conquest will be had. Sonic Adventure 2, The Dark Side Story. Long live the Eggman Empire.
Okay, I was silent because I honestly don't remember that cutscene at all. I honestly don't remember that at all. But basically what it said about the scenes, you can actually just basically replay all the story. It's not super precise though. A couple of these scenes are like really bad because like this should have gone here. This should have gone here. Basically this picture of the egg golem throws everything off. Because this last chance, if I'm not mistaken, actually goes to Final Rush. And this is basically, this should be the one for this, and so on. So yeah, all the scenes are kind of thrown off. I don't think it's that way with the Dark storyline actually, but anyway, also Boss Rush, but this is also divided into Hero and Dark, so that's just something to keep in mind. You go to stage select. If you don't want to be burdened down by the story, you can just play levels like this, not get good ranks. There's also a way to see all your ranks. I think it's in here. No, this just shows emblems. But yeah, this just breaks down everything. But yeah, there is the thing, as you'll notice, that says all A rank for each character. So you get an additional emblem for playing all the stages with an A rank, and so on. But anyway, that's enough for now. So next time on Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, we will be handling or starting the Dark storyline. Thank you for watching. See you then.